Oh, this will be a fun one today. In today's video, why 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers a month isn't normal. Psst, come here, come here, come here, come here, a little bit closer. Disclaimer, this right here, the actually buying 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers a month, it's not normal. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's not normal. Listen, I know being average or normal is frowned upon. It's seen as something that's not really glamorous or great to be in, even though most of us will land right in the middle in the average of life. That's just what it is. However, if we're looking at sneakers or just consumerism or just buying shoes in itself, the average is certainly not what a lot of sneaker culture falls within, right? We guess tend to hang out around that extreme tail end, which when you're extreme, can have some addictive tendencies that people joke about, but they're very real. They're very real. But no, I am here to say that it's not normal. And let's go over 3 reasons why I think 4 to 5 pairs a month is not normal. But also, I think this will shed light on why you think it's normal, and maybe it'll do what some of my other recent videos have done. Make you think about things in relation to sneakers a little bit differently. Number 1, everything you see and consume and interact with, especially on social media, tells you that it's normal. And I'll break it down into 3 more additional pieces. The people you associate with online, think of those you're closest to online. They're probably into sneakers just like you are, and it's not uncommon for them to also advocate or hype up going after every single drop in a month that you like and you love, and because you can, you do. Those people closest to you online, they're really helping you believe that this is normal. It's also going to be when you scroll, you're going to interact, or you're going to see people where they're creatives, they're full-time creatives, they work with brands, they're influencers. They are also likely showing you 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers or even more, and you have to keep in mind as a viewer or as a follower, that is part of their job, that is part of their role. Just as you have a job, whatever your day-to-day role is in the professional world, and you have tasks and things that you need to check off to ensure that you are staying, up to date or in the know. They're doing that as well. It is their job to continue to show you 4 to 5 pairs per month and to chase them and to review them. They may also be and have relationships with brands in which they receive them too. So remember, there's always a different dynamic between a creator and just a consumer or just somebody that enjoys sneakers. There's a different dynamic there. But if you're seeing this all the time on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, if you're seeing your favorite creators showcase 4 to 5 pairs a month, you're absolutely going to think that that's normal. Now, the final part, scroll any of the comment sections. Doesn't matter the post, doesn't matter the shoe, even though people will bash some shoes. Doesn't matter the shoe, though. Scroll a comment section, and what are you bombarded with? Need, must have, don't sleep, double up, triple up, non-negotiable, I gotta have these. I'm going broke for Jordan Brand. They're going to make me broke this holiday season. That's what you're seeing. You see enough of anything, it absolutely becomes normal. And the second reason you think 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers a month is normal is because more within this society, it means something. And we usually equate it to positive feelings. Like more means, quite honestly, you got it like that. Great. If your money is that long, then you do you. More means that you've made it. More means that it's aspirational, right? How many people aspire to just have more? You want the bigger house. You want the nicer car. You want more shoes. More means... More tends to mean better. Right? There are so many people within sneaker culture, they think the more pairs you have, the better off your collection. Certainly if it's pairs that are hyped up, they're collaborations, they cost a certain amount. You will have some people that will value higher someone's collection because they have a Jordan 1 Dior or a Louis Vuitton Air Force One or any limited collaboration. Which is also funny because a lot of those limited collaborations are probably coming back by Jordan Brand, so they're going to lose their value. So they will not be worth more, they will be worth less, but more is seen as something that you should strive for and that you should want. So why not continue to buy 4 to 5 pairs a month? I mean, I want more. More seems to be good. And the third reason 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers a month seems normal Overindulgence and overconsumption, it's just simply woven into the fabric of society. It just is. I mean, think about this. Americans carry, on average, I believe at this point, $7,000 worth of credit card debt. And if you know anything about credit card debt, that's not a low interest rate you're carrying on that balance. You're paying on average, what, 15 to 30% more for things you've already forgotten about, food you've already digested, experiences you've already come back from. We tend to spend more when we're not feeling the brunt of that actual financial impact immediately in that moment. Oh, well, I know I just bought a sneaker and I really am already complaining and stressing about the cost of living, but I'll just swipe my card for the next sneaker that just dropped because you know what? I'll handle that bill when that balance actually shows up at my doorstep. That's how a lot of people treat things. We don't have a problem with overindulging because everyone else around us is doing it. Again, that bell curve. Now, the bell curve is not great for credit card debt, but if everyone else is just charging it to the game and they'll figure it out later, you're going to be inclined to do the same. And again, I said it's woven into the fabric of everything within this country because just the culture, right? It can deal with your lifestyle overall and fitness or not being fit. How many people are overindulging all the time, right? Listen, obesity is a real thing in this country and it's not getting any better. It's not moving forward in the best ways. I love the fact that running is becoming something so many people are a part of now, especially within sneaker culture. I absolutely positively love that, especially as a former track athlete. Do you run, get those miles in, walk? I don't care. Just get active and get moving. But it's so easy to just overindulge and overconsume and have way more calories coming in than you have calories going out. And unfortunately, that's what leads to fat gain. And it can lead to some very dire consequences for your health. But when you look around this country and everyone is just overindulging and overconsuming, it's normal. Why do I need to worry or stress? Until it actually becomes a problem for your health. And then it's sometimes too late. Also, in terms of overindulging and overconsumption, how many times have you seen these funny memes? Now listen, memes are hysterical. I love them myself. Send them to people all day long. But we'll know the saying of if someone tells you you have too many sneakers, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Right? You see the memes that it's just never enough and people are hiding shoes for their significant other, right? It's funny and it's comedy and I love it. But you also start to normalize that subconsciously, that it's a bad thing for somebody to tell you that you have too much of something. And too much of a lot of things is a problem. I've already done a video where I say the worst enemy, the number one enemy when it comes to sneakerheads, it's going to be space. You're going to run out of space at a certain point. Even with the ample space that I have in this walk-in closet just for myself, I ran out of space. Why? Because I still own so many pairs that they have certainly made their way out into other areas of my home, and that's something that I'm working on. But do you know why that also seemed really normal? Because everything around me that I'm also seeing, going back to number 1 and number 2 of this video, other people have done the same. It's normal for you to just have shoes all over. It's normal for you to devote whole rooms just to your shoes. Am I saying inherently that's a bad thing? No, I'm simply speaking again on why it feels normal to buy 4 to 5 sneakers a month, and I don't think that people always take into account the financial implications of that. If the average cost is $200 a pair now, because some people are insistent that they never want to buy anything else that isn't a retro, and this is not to beat up on Jordan Brand, right? New Balance, I mean, they make great pairs, but they're also going to probably charge you like close to $200 for a lot of models. That's on average $800 to $1,000 a month. Now, if you're truly in a nice, sound financial position to pay that because everything else is in order for you, then awesome. But I'm also saying this because so many people, that's not the case. They don't necessarily have savings in place. They're not even investing as much into their future and their retirement as they're spending on sneakers every single month. You know, I wish it was normalized to have those types of conversations. I wish it was normalized to invest $400 to $500 a month into your future as it is to chase 4 and 5 pairs of sneakers that are dropping. I wish that was normal. And I would actually challenge you to maybe at some point this year, really assess kind of the individuals that you interact with the most. What are their buying habits? Are they so similar to what you're doing right now in buying 4 to 5 pairs? And if it's different, if they're even just slightly different in buying 1 pair a month, if they're vastly different buying 1 pair every few months, I think your behavior may or may not change based on who you are associating with day to day in footwear. The conversations you're having. I've shared this before in a recent video. The conversations I have with friends that are still heavily embedded within sneaker culture, just in various ways. It's not us discussing what pair are you chasing, what pair are you after, what pair are you trying to get. And based on that, it's become more normalized to not go after and not buy 3 to 4 pairs a month. Only for them to sit there because it's so difficult for people to get to all the shoes they own, especially once you pass a certain threshold. So, just my thoughts on why that seems normal within footwear. I don't quite know how this video will rub people. It could not go well, or it could go great. Either way, please go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section. I always appreciate when you engage, and hopefully you caught any of my recent videos. I mean, certainly tap in. Yes, I have the AE1 low on the way, while I've also posted more shoes to be able to sell, and I have things boxed up and bagged up, and they will be going off to new homes, because more intention of what I want to own is it's just the move in 2024. So be sure to check out that recent video and to also think of buying what you'll wear, not just what you like. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.